For the first time this season, all NCHC teams square off in non-conference series, and we've got you covered in this installment of the NCHC Morning Skate. The headliner of this octet is the renewal of the old rivalry between number 7 North Dakota and top-ranked Minnesota in Minneapolis. It's UND's first road series of the season. The Fighting Hawks are looking to bounce back from a tie and a loss at home against then number 7 Quinnipiac last weekend. Saturday's 6-2 setback was North Dakota's first of the year. Freshman Jackson Blake led UND with 2 goals and 2 assists. Nothing gets the fans going like this old WCHA rivalry. Through 291 games all time, UND trails the series by 7 wins, but has taken 5 of the last 6 meetings. Last year, the two teams split a pair of games in the Forks, with UND winning 3-2 in the series finale.
I don't know if there's anything that matches it in college hockey. One of the most historic rivalries in the game. Something that we're doing every year, playing each other, which is awesome. But again, I think it's a situation where, the guys that have played in those series know how intense and how fast and how physical those series are. And the new guys coming in, learning about it from the older guys as far as what to expect going forward.
In other action this weekend, number 4 Denver returns home to continue its run of Hockey East foes with number 9 and 11 Providence. The Pioneers got knocked from the top spot in the rankings after getting swept at number 6 UMass last weekend. It was the first time the defending national champs had been swept in a series since North Dakota did it in November of last year. Number 8 St. Cloud State looks to stay perfect on the season when it hosts second-ranked Minnesota State. The Huskies dispatched Wisconsin in a pair of games in Madison last weekend. Dylan Anhorn added another goal and an assist to his total. He now has 7 points and is tied for 5th in the NCAA in points per game. Staying in Minnesota, 10th-ranked Minnesota Duluth is back at Amsoil Arena to face the same Wisconsin Badgers SCSU just swept. The Bulldogs are stinging from a series sweep at the hands of Minnesota State last weekend in Mankato. UMD has now lost 6 in a row to the Mavericks after its first 2 defeats of the season.
I think our guys so far this week have had a really good attitude and a good week to this point. So I'm hoping that carries over and we continue to improve in a lot of areas.
Number 17 Western Michigan has a home-and-home matchup with number 12-13 Notre Dame starting Friday in South Bend. The Broncos swept Bowling Green last weekend, outscoring the Falcons by a combined score of 12-3. Sophomore Max Sasson had 3 goals and 2 assists to earn NCHC Forward of the Week. He was one of 3 Western players to pick up a weekly award. More on the others in a minute. Omaha looks for its first home win this weekend, hosting Alaska in a Friday-Sunday series at Baxter Arena. The Mavericks won 3-1 at Lake Superior State last Friday. On Saturday, they spotted the Lakers a 4-0 lead in the first, but roared back for a 4-4 tie. It was the largest comeback in program history. AIC transfer Jake Kaharski backstopped both games for UNO, the second in relief, to earn NCHC Goaltender of the Week. Miami aims to burnish its record with a pair of games at Canisius of Atlantic Hockey this weekend. The Redhawks are 2-1-1 to start the year, but had last weekend off. Joe Cassetti and Max Dukovac lead the Redhawks with 5 points each. Cassetti has a team-best 3 goals. Finally, Colorado College goes from one end of the country to the other, visiting Arizona State on Friday and Saturday at ASU's new Mullet Arena. The Tigers look to get back in the win column after losing a pair of games to St. Lawrence in upstate New York last weekend. CC managed just a goal in each game, losing 5-1 and 4-1. We mentioned the NCHC Weekly Awards earlier. It was a great week for Western Michigan. In addition to Max Sasson, AIC transfer Zach Galambos picked up Defenseman of the Week honors, scoring 2 goals and an assist and finishing +7 in a sweep of Bowling Green. Western's Ryan McAllister was the Rookie of the Week after notching 2 goals and 3 assists. He's got 8 points this season to tie for the NCAA lead. Here's one final look at the schedule this week. NCHC teams host 4 series and 9 total games this weekend. That includes Sunday's matinee in Omaha. Don't forget, all NCHC home games can be seen live on NCHC TV. And NCHCHockey.com is your source for everything you need to know about the conference, including news, stats, and standings. Non-conference games mean plenty of action in October, and now you're ready to go for all of it this weekend. Thanks for watching this edition of the NCHC Morning Skate.